Hi, welcome to my channel and to the start of my forever save file in The Sims 4. I'll be starting in WillowCreek, which is going to be one of the main worlds that I build out. In this video, I'll be going over how I'm planning the save using Notion and Pinterest, my in-game settings as well as MCC settings, the calendar system I'm using, and a quick overview of the lots that I've placed so far. For planning, I'm using Notion and specifically the Not Alert Save File Tracker. Save File Tracker that lets me organize everything in one place, so from households, bills, and basic world planning, and my overall progress in the world. In the tracker, it has an overview on the world, it says what it's based on, it has all the EA households, any build ideas that you want to include, and a story. It includes all the neighborhoods found in WillowCreek. You can see that in Crawdad Quarter I have placed all these lots, as well as the gallery ID of the creator of these lots. Back at the top you can see how I've planned my world for WillowCreek. I just used a basic screenshot that I took in-game and used Canva to overlay all the text here. So in Crawdad Quarter I had the library and cafe, the gym, the bar/diner. I'm also using Pinterest for inspiration, mostly for builds and exteriors. I will be going ahead and creating a board for each world that I work in, just so I have a clear style and avoid everything looking the same. Easier to stay consistent visually, especially when I'll be building over a long period of time. There's not a lot in here, this is just specifically for WillowCreek. So there's just exteriors, some floor plans, and these are just houses that I plan on building in WillowCreek. I'm also using MC Command Center to customize things a bit further, mostly for things like story progression, household management, and keeping the world kind of active in the background. But for now, as I'm building out WillowCreek and all the worlds so far, I have everything paused. I'm just using Pleasant Sims rotational gameplay settings, just so nothing goes on while I'm creating builds or creating any world. For my in-game settings, I've just turned off neighborhood stories, just again so nothing progresses while I'm building out WillowCreek. And some in-game settings that I have that may be different from yours is mainly the environment, set to 21 days. This is usually 28 days, but I have a mod by Little Miss Sam which changes this to 21 days, so each season is 3 weeks long. With the calendar system, each season has 3 weeks, and each season has a mix of smaller everyday events and a few bigger holidays, just so nothing's too overwhelming. The only large holiday I have is the summer break, which is mainly for school, it's just school holidays. And we have Winterfest and New Year's Eve. Those are the major holidays that I have planned. Moving on to the world itself, I started with the main community area in WillowCreek, which is Crawdad Quarter. I wanted this area to feel like the central area of WillowCreek basically, somewhere that covers most of the day-to-day activities that your Sims will be doing, without having to travel to a different world just to interact with different lot types. For these community lots, I've mostly used builds from the gallery and then made some adjustments basically to just fit my style and make sure all the lots are functional in the save file. For the residential lots though, I'll be building those myself so they feel more personal and tailored to each household that I make. First lot we have is the WillowCreek Library and Cafe. I like the idea of having 2 lots in one just so it feels more active and kind of realistic, as well as being somewhere Sims would actually spend time rather than just visit occasionally. On the first floor of the building we have the main area of the cafe here, just where you can order your drinks and lots of sit down areas. On the left we have kind of the reception area for the library, and there's a cute space for kids at the back of the library. On the second floor we have more seating area in the cafe. There's a piano and there's actually a little performance area. That can be something that your Sims can do during the weeknight. On the other side we have the upstairs of the library. There's some chess tables that your Sims can use, and there's also computers. At the back of the build there's just a couple more seating areas and actually a little hopscotch area for kids to use as well. And that is pretty much it for this build. The next build we have is a WillowCreek Health Club, which is a mix between a gym and a spa. I wanted this to feel more like a wellness space rather than just a standard gym, so there's a balance between workout areas and more relaxed spaces. You can see on the main floor of the gym there's the treadmills, there's cycling, as well as the boxing area. There's a small area for your Sims to eat as well, and the outside areas where your Sims can participate in yoga lessons and things like that. There is a bottom floor to this build where there's a swimming pool, so your Sims can use that, as well as the sauna. There's a little locker room, and just the bathrooms and things like that. On the top floor there's more gym equipment. I do have a mod install that adds more equipment that your Sims can use. So they have dumbbells and kettlebells and just different weights like that they can use, as well as just the normal workout equipment that the Sims has. There's also an area for rock climbing, and we have a little like dance area where there's just a speaker so your Sims can use it as like a dance workout. And that's it for this build. Then we have the bar and bistro. This build is kind of more of a casual social space where Sims can meet and spend time. You have the main floor of the build with the bar and the restaurant. On the upper floor is just some more seating areas, as well as some games that your Sims can play. There's a dartboard on the second floor, there's a jukebox as well. And there's also a stereo in the dining area. On the uppermost floor, there's a couple more games that your Sims can use. There's a ping pong table and the foosball table, and just some more sitting areas that your Sims can use. This is WillowCreek Boutique, which is set up as like a mixed retail space. There's a bakery, there's a grocery store, a painting and a gardening space. There's also the space outside that can best be used for your Sims to go and chill out. One of the first stores we have is the bakery. This is one of the lots that I've customized the most, just like the theme and the changes. There's a lot of custom content that I've added just so everything fits the theme and everything looks all cluttered and actually lived in. The second space we have is the grocery store. This is where there's a lot of custom content heavy, kind of like clutter and just additions. That's mainly so it can actually be functional, so your Sims can visit this space and actually do grocery shopping here. The next space is the painting area. Your Sims can come here and paint. There's also like a small like cafe kind of area. There's a coffee shop that your Sims can use. They have knitting that they can do as well. And on the top floor of this build, there's a little photo booth area, as well as computers that your Sims can use. Moving on to the last retail area, there is a gardening store. Your Sims can purchase seeds, fertilizers, and things like that. And also, I'm hoping to fill out the gardening spaces with actual plants that your Sims can harvest, especially up here in the lot, which is quite empty. I plan to plant things as we go along as through the season that your Sims can harvest and you actually use. And outside, there's a couple of stalls that your Sims can eat from, and there's a bunch of sit-down areas as well as chess tables. It's kind of like a busking area that your Sims, if they're a musician, can use as well as just like lots of sit-down space so your Sims can enjoy the area. And then there's Magnolia Park. The current park is set to a spring theme. The creator of this build actually has a different lot for each season, so I plan on changing those out as the seasons go. For now, there's a gardening area with swings. There's a yoga mat area that your Sims can take part in. There's the dog park area, so your Sims can carry their dogs here. There's a basketball area, and there's a play space for kids. There's a couple chess tables in the middle, as well as some easels for painting. And then at the back, there's another couple of stalls with like a seating area that your Sims can eat at. The last two lots that we have is the wedding chapel and the cemetery. I won't be going over those as I haven't made any major changes to these lots. So I'll leave the gallery IDs of the creators of all these community lots down below. Across all these builds, I've made quite a lot of changes using custom content, mostly just furniture, clutter, and smaller details, just to make everything feel more realistic and lived in. For now, these are just the starting lots for this area, and I'll probably keep adjusting them as the save develops, but for now, this gives Crawdad Quarter like a basic base to build from. That is basically everything for the setup of this save. Hopefully in the next episode, I'll be building out like the first neighborhoods, Boundary Cove, and placing some of the initial households. I'll be doing a lot of makeovers for the townies, so I'll probably do that on a stream rather than videos, but do let me know what you think. And that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much for watching.